Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we will learn that how can we use the Murakab jari, the prepositional phrase in jumla ismiya. So I try to make this presentation so nicely, so I will explain you inshallah. The first most important thing you must know that the Murakab jari shibu jumla can never be used as a mubtada in jumla ismiya. So it's very important point that Murakab jari, the prepositional phrase, can never ever be used as a mubtada. And what's the reason behind it? Why we can't use it as a mubtada? So I construct these skills by myself by arranging different shapes. I hope you will like it because I want to explain in this way. Okay, so we learned three Murakab until now, which are Murakab Tawsifi, Murakab Ishari, and Murakab Jari. And you know that all these three Murakab has two parts. First of all, we will check the scale of the Murakab Tawsifi. The first part of the Murakab Tawsifi is Ism Mawsuf, and the second part of the Murakab Tawsifi is Ism Sifat, is a Sifa. Okay, so it means the result came here that Mawsuf and Sifa, they both are noun, they both are Ism. Okay, so the scale is equal now. They both parts are equal, they both are noun, they both are ism, and that's why the Murakab Tawsifi can be used as a mubtada, because mubtada is a noun, mubtada should be noun, mubtada is always noun, mubtada always is ism. So and Murakab Tawsifi has both parts is ism, both parts are noun. Okay, let's move towards the Murakab Ishari. The first part of the Murakab Ishari is Ismul Ishara, and the second part of the Murakab Ishari is ism, is also ism, which is musharun ilay. Okay, so the result here is the both part of the Murakab Shari is same as well. They both are equal. Yeah, according to the parts of speech, which is the parts of speech we learned, there are three parts of speech: noun, verb, and particles, ism, fail, and harf. So the parts of the Murakab Shari, they both are ism, they both are noun. And that's why the Murakab Shari we can use at the place of the Mubtada. Now move towards the Murakab Jari. What's the difference between the Murakab Jari and the other two Murakab? The first part of the Murakab Jari is the Harful Jar. Mhm. And the other part of the Murakab Jari is Ism Majrur. So I hope you understand now why I construct these scales, because the two parts of the Murakab Jari, they are not equal. The first part is a particle, and the other part is a noun. So first one is the harf and the second one is the ism. So they both are not equal, they both are not ism, they both are not noun, and mubtada should be noun, mubtada is always noun. That's the reason that Murakab Jari can never ever be used as a mubtada, because the first part of the Murakab Jari is the particle, is a harf, and harf can never be the mubtada. Okay, so I hope you understand the reason why we can't use the Murakab Jari as a mubtada. Okay, so how we can use the Murakab Jari in Jumla Ismiya? Let's start here now. Murakab Jari Shibu Jumla can be used in three ways in Jumla Ismiya. And the first one we will learn today, and the other two we will learn inshallah in next lecture. So the first way that how we can use Shibu Jumla, the Murakab Jari in Jumla Ismiya, is that Murakab Jari can be used as a Muta'liq bi Khabar. It means related to Khabar. And Muta'liq Khabar always comes in the presence of the Khabar in Jumla Ismiya. I will explain this in practically with the ayat. Inshallah, you will understand easily what I mean to say it like this. Okay, so okay, can you see here one boy here is in standing position? If I say that the boy is standing, so I will translate it into Arabic language. The boy means al waladu. Why I use the al? Because it's definite the. Okay, the boy means al waladu, and it is in marfu state because it's a subject. Is standing qa'imun. Okay, so al waladu here is a mubtada. Qa'imun is a khabar because it's a marfu and nakira, so it's khabar, and al waladu is marifa and marfu, so it's mubtada. Okay, If I want to add something more, I want to add some additional information, I want some extra information about where he is standing. Okay, I want to give more information about the khabar. So I will say that the boy is standing in the masjid. So look, in the masjid is the additional information about the khabar, is the extra information about the khabar. So in Arabic, in the masjid, I will say fil masjidi. Fi is the harfu jar, al masjidi is ism majrur. Okay, so jar majrur, what's the position here of the jar majrur in the jumla ismiya? We will say it muta'alliq khabar. Okay, muta'alliq khabar, it means related to khabar, some information about the khabar, some extra information about the khabar, more detail about the khabar. Okay, so that's why it's called muta'alliq khabar, means related to khabar. So I hope you understand what is muta'alliq khabar. Now whenever the jar majrur will come in the jumla ismiya, 99% it will be the muta'alliq khabar. What about the 1%? It can be the muta'alliq mubtada, and you will learn later on inshallah ta'ala. So main thing is mostly times is used for muta'alliq khabar. Okay, okay, and now I will give you examples from the Quran Majid. Huwa is Zamir Munfasil Mafu Mubtada. As I already explained, that is all the Mad Munfasil always use as a Mubtada. Okay, if it is Mubtada, so it means the next part is a Khabar. So we will check, is it does it fulfill the requirement of the Khabar? Yes, it is Marfu and it is Nakira, so it means it is a Khabar. So Mubtada and Khabar are the basic parts of the Jumla Ismiya. Translate. Now we will do translate. It is a fleet. It is a fleet. So why use here it? I already explained before that there is no specific word for the neutral gender, as in English is it. In Arabic, we will use either huwa or hiya, like a masculine word or the feminine, but there is no any specific word for the neutral gender. Okay, like it is in the English language, like it. Okay, now, if we want some more detail about the fleet, so we will add here Murakab jari, which is lakum. Lakum is a jar majrur. La is the look. La is the harfu jar. Kum is the majrur. Zamir damir mutasil majrur. So is jar majrur. This jar majrur will come in the jumla ismiya as a muta'alliq khabar. Okay, so the Arabic terminology we will use here, muta'alliq khabar means related to khabar, and in translation we will say, first I will explain here that muta'alliq khabar is the additional information, or you can say extra information in jumla ismiya. Okay, so in translation we will say the jumla ismiya is expand now. Look, jumla ismiya is expand because first the basic part of the jumla ismiya is mubtada and khabar. Now there is a third part of the jumla ismiya you are learning today, and there is no more parts. Okay, only three parts: mubtada, khabar, and muta'alliq khabar. The basic parts the jumla ismiya should have is it is a mubtada and khabar, and muta'alliq khabar is a optional. It can come, it cannot become. Okay, and inshallah you will learn everything in detail in this lecture. So these all three parts make a jumla ismiya. It is a fleet for you. Okay, so this is additional information about the khabar. One more example, whom, same zamir munfasil as a mubtada. Mu'ridun is a jama salim muzakkar nakira and is in marfu state because una sound tells us that it is marfu and it is khabar. Okay, mubtada and khabar, the basic part of the jumla ismiya, and we will translate it. They turns away. They turns away. Now, if we want more information about it, so we will add the jar majrur, and it is fi ghaflatin. Fi ghaflatin. Fi is the harfu jar, and ghaflatin is ism majrur, means jar majrur, and jar majrur will become in the jumla ismiya as in the position of the muta'alliq khabar. Okay, it is on the position of muta'alliq khabar. So mubtada and khabar and muta'alliq khabar becomes a jumla ismiya. One thing I want to explain you here, that muta'alliq khabar can come after the khabar and it can also come before the khabar. Okay, it can also come before the khabar, so it's normal, and you will see this structure of the sentence many times in Quran Majid, that muta'alliq khabar can come before the khabar as well. So they turns away in heedlessness. Mubtada, khabar, and muta'alliq khabar. If khabar, the jar majrur comes before the khabar or after the khabar, you know that it is jar majrur, so you will say it muta'alliq khabar. Okay, it can come in between of mubtada and khabar. Okay, now here I use more both of the part because hum mu'ridun, this part of the ayah came in Surah Ali Imran, ayah 23, which has only two parts, Mubtada and Khabar, the basic part, Jumla Ismiya. But in Surah Al-Anbiya, ayah number 1, it also has the Jar Majrur, which is Muta'liq Khabar. The Mubtada and Khabar is same like this. Hum Muridun, Hum Muridun. What's the difference in both of them? The Jar Majrur is here as well. So in this slide, you can learn that Jar Majrur is an optional part. It can come in the Jumla Ismiya, it cannot become in the Jumla Ismiya. If we need, if the context required the extra information, then Jar Majrur will be there. Okay, all right. Okay, I forgot to put the animations here. It's okay. So Ana is same. Zamir Munfasil Mafhum Mubtada here. Nadirun Mubinun. I know. I hope you understand which phrase is this one, which fragment is this one, because they both are very similar to each other. So it gives me the hint that it is Murakab Tawsifi. Nadirun is Mawsuf and Mubinun is Sifa. If you check the all four qualities, you can check they all are equal. Okay. So the main thing we can learn about the khabar that Mawsuf Sifa, the full Murakab Tawsifi is marfu. Yes, it is marfu. It is nakira. Yes, it is nakira because we can see the tanween here. So marfu and nakira is the basic requirement for the khabar. It's the main requirement for the khabar. So yeah, it fulfills the requirements for the khabar. So mubtada and khabar is jumla ismiya. Okay. So translation is I am a clear warner. I am a clear warner. If I want, if I add some more information, some more extra information, more details, so what we will do, we will add the Murakab jari in it, the jar majrur in it, which is lakum. Look, lakum jar majrur same again came here before the khabar. It can come before the khabar, okay? So still it will be muta'alliq khabar. Jar majrur, muta'alliq khabar. Okay, so it means we are giving some information related to khabar, which is I am a clear warner to you. I am a clear warner to you. Okay, let's move on to the next more example from the Quran Majid. Nahnu, again Zamir Munfasil as a Mubtada. Lahu is Jar Majrur, Mut'aliq khabar, because khabar is already present here. So mukhlisuna is jama salim muzakkar, is a nakira. Why is nakira? Because there is no al in the beginning, and is marfu is in rafa state because there is una sound tells me that is marfu. It fulfill the all requirement for the khabar. So mubtada, khabar, and muta'alliq khabar make a full jumla ismiya. Translation is we are sincere to him alone. Why put here alone? Because sometimes when muta'alliq khabar comes before the khabar, it gives the emphasis to the translation. Okay, so we will put the ta'kid, we say, we will emphasize in the translation, but not all the time. Sometimes the context will tell you that when we have to put the emphasis in the translation, and main thing that when muta'alliq khabar comes before the khabar, then there is an option that we emphasize in the translation. We will not say that we are sincere to him, we will say we are sincere to him alone. Okay, in Urdu language we will say हम उसी के लिए मुखलिस हैं. ये जो मैंने उसी के लिए वर्ड यूज किया, आई डिडंट से दैट उसके लिए, आई सेड उसी के लिए. तो ये जो मैंने जोर दिया है, आई एम्फसाइज इन द ट्रांसलेशन इज जस्ट बिकॉज दैट it is a muta'alliq khabar is muqaddam, it is wanted before the khabar. Okay, so that's why it's called I will emphasize in it. Okay, another example, ar-rijalu is marfu and is marifa because of al. Is mu'arraf bilam, is marfu because there is dhamma in the end, so it fulfills the all requirement for the mubtada, and it is jama muqassar. Rajulun is the singular word, rijalun is a broken plural, jama muqassar. Qawwamuna, qawwamuna is a jama salim mudhakkar, marfu nakira, and it's a khabar. Okay, and here the muta'alliq khabar comes after the khabar, the jar majrur ala nisa'i. So this is jar ala harfu jar. An nisa'i is also a jama mukassar, is a broken plural, which is majrur. So jar majrur is a muta'alliq khabar, and here muta'alliq khabar look, muta'alliq khabar come after the khabar. Okay, so the both options are open. Muta'alliq khabar can comes after the khabar, or it can also come before the khabar. Okay, so mubtada khabar muta'alliq khabar become a jumla ismiya. Translation is the men. I should say, I should write here the men. Let me write here. Mhm. The men, instead of only men, the men. Okay, so all right, so because it is mu'arraf bilam, so we should say the article the, we should add in it. So the men are in charge of women. Okay, so the men are in charge in terms of protectors and maintainers. The men are the protectors and maintainers of women. Okay, so it's mubtada khabar muta'alliq khabar. One more example. Look, same thing is coming again and again. Same thing. Mubtada khabar muta'alliq khabar. Mubtada khabar muta'alliq khabar. And muta'alliq khabar can comes after the khabar, and it comes before the khabar. And when it comes before the khabar, so we have to emphasize in the translation, depend on the context. Okay. So Allahu lafzul jalala here is mubtada because it's marfu and marifa. Alimun is khabar, is marfu and nakira, and it's on the pattern of fa'il, alim, fa'il. بالظالمين ba is harfu jar. Al-zalimina is jama salim muzakkar in the majrur state. This ina sound is majrur here because of harfu jar. So jar majrur will become a muta'alliq khabar. The whole sentence is mubtada khabar muta'alliq khabar make a jumla ismiya. Translation is Allah is fully aware. Why I use the fully aware? I can say that Allah is aware. Why I said fully aware? Because it is the wazn, it is a pattern of fa'il. Whatever word comes on the fa'il pattern, you have to exaggerate in it. You have to put the takid on this, on the translation. You will not say that only aware, only knower. You have to say fully aware, fully knower. Okay, because alimun is means knower. Alimun means fully knower, means fully aware. Okay, so you have to put exaggeration in the translation. All right, Allah is fully aware of wrongdoers. Allah is fully aware of wrongdoers. So, okay, one more example. Dhalika, here the ism ishara here as a mubtada. Ism ishara is here marfu because it's mubtada. I try to use different type of mubtada, like I use the zamir munfasil as a mubtada place, ismul ishara as a mubtada, mu'arraf bilam as a mubtada. Okay, ismu alam like Allahu lafzul jalala as a mubtada. Okay, so I try to cover all type of the mubtada. Allahi, look, jar majrur comes again now before the khabar. Okay, so Allahi is a jar majrur construction. This jar majrur is coming in the jumla ismiya, so we will say muta'alliq khabar. Yasirun is also on the fa'il pattern. Look, fa'il, yasir, alim, hakim, kareem. So these all words on the fa'il pattern you have to translate with exaggeration. Okay. So mubtada, muta'alliq khabar, and khabar is a jumla ismiya. Translation: that is very easy for Allah. I can say that that is easy for Allah. Why I say very easy? I hope you will say that because it is on fa'il pattern. That's why we are putting exaggeration. We are doing more emphasizing on this translation. That we will not say that that is easy for Allah. We will say that is very easy. That is super easy for Allah. Okay, why I use these words? Because it is on fa'il pattern. All right, let's move towards the homework now. I hope you understand these ayat are enough for, because Only three parts. Mubtada, Khabar, Muta'liq, Khabar. Mubtada, Khabar, Muta'liq, Khabar. And Muta'liq, Khabar will be the Jar Majrur, Shibhu Jumla. Okay? Okay, to move towards the homework now. What's the homework here? These three ayat are for the homework in this slide. Bayanun, I wrote here the meanings for you because you can do translate easily then. And what you have to do, you have to do analyze these ayat properly. You have to mention which is mubtada, which is khabar, and which is muta'liq khabar, and then wind up with the jumla ismiya and then translate. Bayanun means statement. An-nasi means mankind, people. Balagun means notification, message. Hafizun means guardian, and another three ayat, total six ayat for homework. Okay, muhitun means surround, encompasses. Nasihun means advisor. Aminun means trustworthy. As-sa'a means an hour, time of the last day. Mushfiqun means afraid. So this is your homework you have to do. Let's make dua now. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.